Hi, I'm Julie Tattam from Skincognito Bodypainting on behalf of Global Colours Body Art. Today we're launching a brand new web series, Face Painting for Fun, on the Global Colours YouTube channel. This channel is going to be full of everything face and body art, from step-by-step tutorials to product reviews, special effects makeup and much more. We'll even cover your requests and questions if you write them in the comments box below. But best of all, I get the opportunity to show you the beautiful Global Colours product range in action. So make sure to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of this amazing free training. This week is the first episode in our intermediate series, so let's get started.
For this design, you'll need the following Global Colours products: face paint in white and strong black, a round brush number 4, and a 1/2 and 3/4 inch filbert brush, plus a sponge. Starting with a 3/4 inch filbert brush, we apply the base. Particularly when I'm working with white face paint, I like to apply my bases with a brush. I can then go over them to remove any brush marks with my sponge. We don't need to paint too close to the eyes with the white because we're going to go over that whole eye socket area with black later. Take care to get a really even coverage and make sure you've covered the eyebrows. Next, using a round brush number 4 and some black face paint, outline the whole area in a nice controlled line of black. If you do happen to get any white in the brush, just go over the line again after reloading. Now here we go inside the line a little bit, but I want to use this opportunity to show you how you can erase any mistakes. Simply wrap a paintbrush in a baby wipe and use it like an eraser over the area. And then repaint the new line in its place. Now we're going to add the cheekbones on both sides and outline the top jaw, making sure that it's symmetrical. Next we're going to draw an evil eyebrow. If you haven't seen an evil eyebrow before, watch our tutorial on that on our channel. And then continue it round to make the shape of an eye socket. Fill that in with your 3/4 inch filbert. Or for very young children, you might prefer to go over the area right next to the eye with a sponge. Taking a clean 1/2 inch filbert, we're just going to drag blend up the edge of that eyebrow to soften the line and give it a more 3D look. Continue on the other eye with an evil eyebrow, making sure to keep it symmetrical by using the brush to line up the top and bottom edges. The shapes of these eye sockets are really key to this look, and everyone has their own preference for that, but now is the time to get that shape right before you fill it all in. Now, fill in with a 3/4 inch filbert brush. Make sure to get into all the nooks and crannies, under the eyelashes, etc., so that no skin is showing. Tidy up all your edges and then go back to your 1/2 inch filbert brush. Again, drag blending the eyebrow to soften and add dimension. We also want to add dimension under the cheekbones, so drag blend a little there to make them look like they're protruding. Take off all that's left on the brush on the back of your hand, and then with just a whispery amount of paint, softly dust a line and even space around the whole eye socket. The idea here is to go really lightly and build up. This will not look good if it's a solid line. And drag blend down a little bit just to make it look a bit more 3D. Continue on the other side. If you haven't got enough paint left on the brush, you can add a tiny bit, but I can't stress enough to make sure to wipe most of it off onto your hand. Also, make sure you're using a filbert brush and not a round brush. A round brush won't work for this approach. The Global filbert brushes are a really good shape for this. I really like them. Continue on top of the eye socket, deepening and adding dimension. Don't join it up to the eyebrow line in the middle there, leave a gap. I also like to take some white paint on a sponge and just go over the end of that line a bit to soften it. Now for the nose, we take a round brush and paint 2 controlled straight lines down, not touching in the middle. You can experiment with different shapes of these skull noses. I'm going to show you 2 today. So the first one just goes down to the tip of the nose, not right down underneath the nostril. So we go right to the edges here, forming triangles which we fill in. That's one look. Or we can go right down underneath the nostrils, filling in the inside of the nostrils on both sides also. I do prefer this design, but it does have the disadvantage that you can't sneeze or touch your nose, or you end up with a big black mess. Now for the teeth. A really fine line here just to rough in the teeth, using a number 4 round brush and strong black Global Colours paint. If you make the two front teeth bigger than the other teeth, it does help to make the face look rounded and add dimension. Now we flick up some very thin lines from the top of each tooth. These form the rotting jaw structure that hold the teeth inside the skull's head. Nice! We then go over each line with a more controlled, darker line, and when the paint's dry, I like to rub it just to soften it with my finger. To add some shadow along that jawline, take most of the paint off the brush and just dab gently in between each tooth. Then load up a little bit more black and just make sure the paint comes right down to the underside of that top lip. To make the teeth stand out a little more, load some white paint onto a clean round brush and touch up each tooth. Using that same brush, we're just going to highlight over the top of each eye in that gap that we left between that and the drag blend. And the same under each of the eyes. This just really helps those sockets to really pop. And you're done! Now this is the first version of this skull, and now I'm going to show you another way you can add a little bit more. If you'd like a bottom row of teeth as well, when you highlight the top teeth, press your lips together and that will outline where your bottom teeth need to go. Touch them up slightly if necessary, and then outline them in black with a number 4 round brush. Now I normally do just stick with the first design, but if I am asked to paint in a bottom jaw, this is a really quick way to achieve it. Now, much like we did on the top lip, just bring down those fine lines from the centre of each tooth, and then wipe off most of the paint and soften the line by dragging down. To make the teeth look a little bit more rotted and old, I add some Global Colours light yellow in certain select spots on some of the teeth. And then you're done! A simple, quick skull, perfect for Halloween.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this tutorial and we hope you got a lot out of it. Don't forget, if you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up so that we get to learn what you like. If you have any questions or comments, don't forget to write them in the comments box below and we will address those in a special episode coming up. And don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. Thanks again for watching and we'll see you next time. See you.